Now, Lagos State government has flagged off a campaign targeted at clamping down on the spread of elephantiasis through effective drug administration. The government is appealing to parents to allow their children from the age of 5 to take the drug, which adults are also to embrace when health workers administering it come knocking at their doors. Senior correspondent Jacqueline Ogo tells us more, but we would like to warn that you may find some pictures in this report disturbing.
Elephantiasis is a disease scientifically known as lymphatic filariasis. The infection takes root when the causative factor, filarial parasites, are transmitted through mosquitoes into human beings, and the parasites damage the lymphatic system, which makes the area where the parasites are deposited swollen. The parasites are predominantly found in the tropics, and Nigeria is a tropical nation.
To some extent, some of it, move up and affect, the scrotum and every other organs that are within, the upper part of the leg. If you look at it, it's a disease that we need to get early. Otherwise, we need to treat early rather, then it becomes chronic. It becomes very difficult to treat.
Here in Lagos State, officials of the Ministry of Health, alongside collaborating bodies, are drawing attention to how the administration of medicines can help curb the ailment, which scientists say comes with pains. Long-term damage to the lymphatic system causes swelling in the legs, arms, and genitalia, which increases the risk of bacterial infections. The World Health Organization says Nigeria records less than 1,000 cases of elephantiasis yearly. If a drug is taken yearly, it can kill the parasites. So, Lagos State government is calling on residents to embrace drug administrators when they come knocking to ensure elephantiasis is pushed far away.
The causes are when there's poor sanitation and there's poor quality water that people take. That's how people get all these diseases. And the prevention is the drugs that we're giving to prevent them.
Please don't suffer in silence. Don't hide it. If you have a swollen scrotum, just go and let the health center closest to you know. There's free surgery that we hope to roll out soon. But those that have lymphedema, their legs are swollen already, there is also a way to care and manage it.
Doctors warn that strange feelings from insects and animal bites should be promptly reported at a hospital to ensure danger takes no roots in any life. Children below the age of 5, pregnant women are not supposed to take the drug. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.
Unemployment in Nigeria may be far from over as the standard of living worsens for many. Experts have now called on the government to change the education curriculum to one that would help youths be business and skill-oriented. There is more in this report.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, one of the major indicators of employment is engaging in any kind of job for at least 1 hour a week for pay or profits. With the revised method of labor market data, it means that over 70% of Nigerians are employed. Despite this figure, the standard of living remains low for many Nigerians. The National Institute of Public Relations Lagos chapter has now called on the government to accelerate economic growth to improve living standards.
Once you get into government, you are automatically seen as an enemy of the public. When it is the public and those in government who should team up to build a nation. And that is why nation building is not working. It has not worked, it's still not working, and it will not work unless the people have a change of mind, have a change of thinking, and have a change of attitude, and we begin to work together.
These experts also recognize poor quality of education as a major issue affecting the employment of many youths in the country.
we have trained people to pass exams, but we have not trained students to engage and have a means of livelihood. It is time for us to join hands to see how we can help our graduates to become employable.
When people are gainfully employed, the rate of crime will reduce, if not totally off. The rate of ill health and depression, all of that would have gone if we have an employment.
It's better for us to have schools that will be able to have skills to do so many things according to talent, according to heritage, according to history, according to what pleases you.
With Nigeria being the largest economy in Africa, these experts are hoping that with the solutions provided, the government and all stakeholders will work together to reduce unemployment in the country, as well as enhance security, peace, and unity in diversity. Inulua Pokola, TVC News, Lagos.
Nigeria is forging closer ties with the United Nations in the fight against terrorism in the country. The UN Under-Secretary General for the Office of Counter-Terrorism, Vladimir Voronkov, has met with the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa in Abuja. Sifon Esien reports.
Nigeria continues to play a leading role in the fight against terrorism in the sub-region under the multinational Joint Task Force. In the last 2 weeks, troops made inroads in the northeast.
Troops of Operation Hardenke ambushed and arrested terrorists in Goza and Tamua local government areas of Borno and Yobe states, respectively. The troops' offensive led to the surrender of terrorist combatants in Goza local government area of Borno state.
The counter-terrorism campaign is about to assume a new dimension. The UN Under-Secretary General for the Office of Counter-Terrorism is in Nigeria to forge closer ties with the army to take the fight against terrorism a notch higher.
All the entities, agencies, institutions are working together in order to make the threat, make the threat as limited as possible. Of course, it's a very difficult story to fight terrorism.
But the evolving security situation in other parts of the country puts the government under tremendous pressure.
The Nigerian army has for some time been engaged in the fight against terror in the northeast of the country, and even presently we are engaged in banditry, anti-banditry activities in the northwest, and we know that these bandits employ some tactics of the terrorist group, like the use of improvised explosive devices to instill fear in law-abiding citizens.
The army chief also met with defense attachés. What Nigerians now yearn to see is the impact of the collaborations. Sifon Esien, TVC News, Abuja.
Some residents in Opunembe are protesting against the decision of the Bayelsa State Governor, Doye Diri, to impose a dusk-to-dawn curfew in this area. They also frown out the dissolution of the Chiefs Council and youth activities by the governor, insisting that peace has returned to the community. The following report has details of these developments.
The first visit of the Bayelsa State Governor, Doye Diri, to Opunembe since the height of the youth crisis was met with mixed feelings by some members of the community. But after a meeting with members of the State's Security Council, the governor imposes a dusk-till-dawn curfew to douse further tension in the community, along with the dissolution of all chieftaincy and youth activities. In a swift reaction, many members of the community have come out in protest against the decision. Bearing placards with different inscriptions, they ask the governor to rescind the order in the interest of peace.
IGP, that's our prayer. Government, that's our prayer. Don't bring federal troops for us, and we don't get the peace. And we will never get peace. We don't get peace. Since when this federal troop enter this community, they don't call up anybody. No. They don't carry force do anything with Ona. We don't get peace, and our peace we need to make it stand. We don't need the injury for this community.
You can see the annoyances from the faces of the women. Since Doyediri came into power, he has never wanted to step his leg into this community. Rather, as a father, as a chief security officer, he sided one side as a security officer. It's uncalled for.
They expect the sustenance of the efforts by the Inspector General of Police to restore peace in the area.
What is this interest? What is this desperation all about? You can see that is why each time the governor tries to make advances, the people revolt against him. He has been rejected. So he should leave this community alone and let us live in peace. Everybody is going about their normal businesses and the people are happy that the place has been liberated. We still want to emphasize, we call on the Inspector General of Police to sustain. In fact, we want more, we want him to strengthen the security.
This 4-year stay as the governor, he has done nothing to us. The chiefs, he cannot see the chiefs here because they are not informed. So we are pleading with everybody, His Excellency Doyediri, to please allow the community to rest.
Meanwhile, the curfew period imposed by the state government is meant to last between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. until further notice. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Opunembe.